I would do the same, if not better, than a lot of these LTA mid laners.
Meet Shochi, an NA player with experience playing in NACL as well as LCS Proving Grounds on notable rosters such as Cincinnati Fear and Immortals AoE. Shochi recently got back from a 2-month-long bootcamp in Korea with other aspiring pros. So we sat down to talk about what it actually takes to get to the top in League of Legends, the mindset players need to have in order to improve, and just to learn more about Shochi as a person and as a player. I've timestamped each topic covered, so skip around to the ones that sound most interesting to you. And of course, after you like, subscribe, and join my Discord, let me know in the comments if you want to see more interview-style content with other pros in the future. What is a Shochi?
Like, you want to know where my name came from, or you just want my kind
Yeah,
of
bro. Where'd you get your name from?
It's kind of hazy at this point, but the story I always go with is there was this Rocket League player called General Shoyo, and I think he got it from Haikyuu, Hinata Shoyo, the main character.
Of course, yeah. The little giant, yeah.
Yeah, the little giant. And I was really into Haikyuu at the time. This is around like 2016, like 2017, so I think it was still airing. It was like my first year of high school. I wanted to get like a strong name for myself, because before then, on League, I would just change my name like every couple of months. Like at one point, I was Hot Anime Girl. At one point, I was in like this gaming clan called Team Suppression. That was like TSP Quake.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I wanted to get like a cool name that if you Google it, like Shochi will come up, like it's me. And so I kind of combined the show part of General Shoyo and Hinata Shoyo, and then I just started like spamming different like syllables at the end, and I was like, okay, Shochi sounds like it's pretty.
It sounds
good.
tough, dude. It's tough.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough. Like everyone calls me Sochi, like the 2014 Winter Olympics held in Russia, but you know it's Shochi. It's Shochi.
Okay, I see.
But yeah, that's
Never
heard about the lore.
All right, no, I mean that's chill. That's chill because like my name Bach, I go by Bach. Even at my last job, my boss called me Bach. Like it's fucking like that's not my name. My name's Sam.
So
but
cool.
like, some people just like take their names and they're like it's like whatever. But that's like a part of me. So
true. I feel the same. Like people call me like Shochi and Chase interchangeably. Like even in my IRL circles.
Oh, your real name's Chase? I didn't know that.
Yeah, like the bank. Yeah.
Like the bank. Okay. Is you chasing that paper? I got you, little bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
Like speaking of people IRL, it's like you did an interview for ACL a couple years ago. Do you remember this interview?
I think so. It jogged my memory a little bit, but I'm pretty sure I remember.
Okay, in this interview, the guy asked you like how you got started with League of Legends, and you said your brother taught you how to play League.
Yeah.
How long did it take you for to get better than him?
Well, I've actually never really thought about that. Yeah, my brother taught me how to play League back in season 1 because I think him and his group of friends needed like a fifth man to kind of be the support. So my earliest memory with League is just playing Janna with my big brother down in the bot lane, and I would spam Q on every single minion wave, and he would get so mad, like, "What are you doing? Like you're taking the farm, like you're pushing the wave," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know."
In season 1?
Yeah, I was like 8 years old. I'm pretty sure.
Holy shit, dude! That reminds me of Busio, dude. Fucking, he started playing the game when he was like 6 because his dad downloaded it or whatever. He was like,
"Yeah, Busio's the goat." I'm sad he roll stopped to support, but he's been crushing it there. But how long did it take me to get better than my brother? I think maybe around like season 3, he kind of stopped playing like life stuff, like getting a job and all that normie stuff I'm not used to. But I think the first time I got Diamond was around season 5, and that's definitely better than he was. So maybe like season 5, season 3, somewhere around there.
Like it was just MMR and shit back in like season 1, right?
Season 1, yeah.
All right, but for real though, like, because he quit, and a lot of people quit this game. Like, what makes you keep playing after all this time?
I guess another one of my earliest memories with League was me and my brother at my grandparents' house. We were in our grandparents' room because that's like where the computer was, and we were watching TSM Snapdragon versus CLG on like the Dell laptop, or not laptop, but like the Dell monitor, super outdated. And I was just like, whoa, like it's like 300k viewers. Like I don't even know how to count that high. But yeah, it was just, I don't know. I have that memory burned into my mind for some reason, just like watching the esport with him. And ever since then, I've kind of wanted to be a pro player, like play up on that stage, kind of live that dream. And when you have that dream, like at 8 years old, and you've been working for it for so long, it just kind of sticks with you. And I've grown to love the game so much. I've tried other games like CS:GO, Valorant. Like I was addicted to Hearthstone back in 2013, as I'm
Sure.
sure some people were.
Sure.
But none of them give me that same like competitive itch or like scratch that feeling for me.
Yeah.
And I've made so many memories, like met so many people that I would consider lifelong friends through League of Legends. So I'm really thankful for it. And yeah.
Give us some shout outs. You said lifelong friends. Who you meet through League of Legends?
I mean, you got Perry Jungle,
Hey, good
always
dude.
inspiring me, pushing that content. Just everyone from that 2023 Fear roster, honestly, like Faisal, Perry, Manui, Trevor. And then fast forward 2023 summer, you got JJ. Like, I would consider all these people like super lifelong friends, long term. Like we'll see how me and you go. I met you pretty recently, Bach, but
We'll see, man. We'll see.
I feel like we got that connection establishing at the moment. So
Yeah,
shout out them, shout out everyone, shout out you.
I get that. And like, I don't know, man. Like, I had a couple of buddies that I went to school with. One of them met a girl on League, and they got married, and they live together now. Like, it's crazy the
Wow.
type of shit, dude. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Not trying to
that's like
glaze, but
nah. Like my brother would say, like back on WoW, that's what you would do. But then fast forward a couple of years, now you do it on League. Maybe the youngins are meeting their soulmates on Valorant nowadays, but
maybe,
I still
dude.
hope League's kicking around in 10, 15 years.
I hope so, man. I fucking hope so. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
League of
or
Legends too, maybe.
no, fuck no, bro. Like, I don't know.
Fuck.
I don't know if I have it in me to learn another game. Like, it took me this long to get to the point where I can coach this game. Like, fuck, it's dead if I have to swap
No,
games. Like,
it'll transfer, bro. If they make League 2, you got
okay,
it.
there you go. I do coach Valorant. I like at like a
Really?
immortal-ish level, not quite pro, but like,
Wow.
yeah, I would
Like
say
some Toasty Alex type stuff.
he's
I
a
think
bit
he was
too
Immortal,
good.
right?
Yeah, but
Oh, is he?
he's like a savant, dude. That kid is fucking.
Ah.
He's a little too good at every game. I feel like just naturally.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, man. Let's switch topics. Let's switch lanes a little bit
Okay.
here. You did a boot camp in Korea recently, right? How long you been back? It's been like 2 months now? A month?
Yeah,
2
like
months?
a month and a half I've been back. Yeah.
So like for the people watching, because like a lot of my viewers are like, actually I don't know what their rank demographic is, but from the people who join my Discord, I'm assuming they're in that like gold through low diamond range. Do you feel like this was like a good use of your time or money or energy invested? Like what did you gain from that?
Money? I mean, depends how your wallet's looking, but
Break it down, bro.
yeah, I got you. So I met this guy named Clarizio. He's in the League space for a while, but I really like met him in person in Korea, and he always is preaching, "Yo, $700 USD round trip. Like everyone, come Korea." So the flights can be pretty cheap if you look in the right places. Unfortunately, I did not look at the right place. I think my round trip was around like 1,500, so about double that. But
You got scammed, little bro. What the fuck?
yeah,
That's
a little
crazy.
bit. Housing's not too bad either. I think it was like 300 USD a month for this like off-campus housing, Goshiwon, if you're familiar with the term. It was like really small room, but still had private bathroom, so I was chilling with that at least.
Yeah, that's chill.
Food was super yummy. Also, like way more affordable than if you want to get a caniac combo here in Louisiana. That'll run your pockets, but you could go to some like Michelin accredited restaurant, get this most yummy noodle dish you'll ever have for like $5.
Damn.
So yeah, I think if you're balling, you can go there and like ball on a budget, or you could just like blow the bank and live the best 2 months of your life.
Okay,
But
so
what I got out of it? Oh
yeah.
yeah.
No. I was gonna ask. Yeah. So
Yeah,
like
my
that
bad,
was
my
the
bad.
breakdown monetary. It's like 700 ish, like 700 to 1,000. Like let's say you don't get the
Yeah,
ideal
sure.
price ticket, and
Mhm.
then 300 for housing. So that's 1,300. How much for food do you think you spent?
Per month maybe like 150 or 200. But food is like you can vary wildly on that. If you want to go like KBBQ every night, or you just want to go
Yeah,
to
bro.
7-Eleven.
If you're flossing
Yeah.
out, then yeah, I get you, bro.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah.
So you could probably go and stay for 2 months for like $1,500 to $1,800 round trip food stay.
I would say comfortably maybe like 3K, somewhere around there.
Where'd that extra $1,000 come from, bro? Like what?
I don't know, like if you wanna stay at the FearX bootcamp. You know, that'll run you a bit. If you want to go
Oh, okay.
PC Cafe, it requires like you have to sign up for hours and pay there. Or if you're like maybe staring at an Airbnb with its own private computer, that'll cost more.
How much was that boot camp?
Yeah, FearX, it was I think $2K for 6 weeks. So
Okay, so yeah, then yeah.
Yeah. But thankfully, they hit us up with that NACL player discount. I'm not sure if any Bach viewers could get that, but maybe I can work my magic a little bit.
No, I fear for my viewers, unfortunately. Oh yeah, but so okay, so money. Now I understand like how much it costs for somebody who wants to, but like, yeah, what did you gain from that?
There is this theory popularized by Last Shadow 9, commonly known as LS, that if you take someone and drop them off in Korea, it's like putting them on a deserted island with a training gym, and whatever gains they'll gain from the island, when they make it back to the mainland, they'll kind of like go back to their lazy ways, like all the gains will kind of drop off. And I felt that to an extent, but just that, I think I played close to 1,000 games in the 2 months I was in Korea. Just like the queue times are so short, you can get in such a mass quantity, like the giant volume of games you can play there is crazy. And the caliber of player is also just way higher than it is in A. I was playing in Korean Emerald, and the Yasuo's there, I was playing Yasuo versus Yone. He was trying to dodge my Qs, and then I was like, yo, like you can do that? And then I started trying to dodge his Qs. Whereas if I just stayed in an A, like I was like, oh, okay, I can't dodge that, you know? It's like you don't know what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And going to Korea, like it opened my mind to so much. So I think on that front, it was for sure worth it. And just the fact that I was able to do with my buddies, like Toasty Alex, Kizno, Manui, it was just us four in that FearX training room. Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna forget that rest of my life. You know, watching Blue Luck Season 2 every Saturday as it came out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I miss it already, man. But yeah, I would for sure do it again if I went back in time.
Do you think if you didn't go with like people that you were close with, it would have been a worse experience for you?
For sure. Yeah, I think the people I was there with made it even more memorable. And you know, I'm not going to get too into it, but I was going through some heartbreak, some pretty tough times.
You mentioned that
as I landed in Korea. Yeah,
sucks,
and
man.
Yeah, it is how it is. Having my buddies with me really helped. So they mean the world to me. I think they made it even more special.
I mean, you know that Kizno and Manui are on my team, so I'm hoping that they are not leaving all their Korea gains on the island. You know,
no,
when they're
I'm
back
not saying I left all mine too. Like I got the majority with me still, but when you go from playing versus like LCK pros to playing versus, I don't know who I want to name drop, like not LCK pros, I guess.
There you go. Yeah, there you
go. There's a pretty big drop off there, so it's hard to stay sharp. You know, iron sharpens iron. You know.
Exactly. Steel sharpens steel. Very good. Very good.
Maybe that. I think that's the quote. Yeah.
So, does anyone who wants to go pro have to do what you did in boot camp in Korea, or do you think there's like other ways to do it?
I think one really overlooked aspect of going pro is the branding behind it and just putting yourself out there. Like unless you're some Jojo Pion level talent, it's really not solely your raw skill that'll get you on an LTA team. I was about to say the old acronym.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, just really getting your name known is super important. Like showing off your skills so all the scouts have an easier time like kind of scouting you. I think going to Korea can be really good for that. And yeah, just the level of competition there, I think it's like hyperbolic time chamber kind of thing where you can improve really quickly. But I wouldn't say it's necessary for sure or mandatory. One of the things I wish I did a lot more was whenever Champions Queue was around, I wish I was like in Champions Queue kind of streaming it, like grinding that a bit more. I'd say it's kind of similar thing to Korea, but yeah, not necessary, but for sure helpful.
Don't get me started about fucking Champs Queue, dude. Every single year, every player always bitches like, oh, solo queue is so dog shit. Oh, why can't we get good games? They do Champions Queue, no one fucking plays. And then the people who do play, they don't talk, or they're like, I don't want to play with this guy on my team. He's annoying.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it's just Yukino Cat, bro. Give him a break. Come on, you know what I'm saying?
Yukino Cat's good.
No, he's so good. He's so good. Yeah. But he was getting some heat. Like people are like, I don't want to talk with this guy.
But look at it, what he did after. He went Europe. He got rank 1. I'm pretty sure.
Then he made his own Reddit post.
I mean,
That's my
yo,
goat.
this guy Yukino Cat.
Yeah, that's my goat, dude.
Definitely not Blitzcrank.
Definitely not him. Yeah, that's that's crazy, dude. That's
Bro,
crazy.
shout out Yukino Cat. Shout out Yukino Cat. That's the
No,
goat for real.
good player, good player. But yeah, like so you mentioned like you don't have to go to Korea if you want to get on an LTA team. There's other ways to do it. Branding's important. You don't have to just have mechanical skill. I always ask this for players that are trying out for any team that I'm making, but like why would I pick you over any other player? Like what do you like what value do you have? This is for you. Like why would like
This is for me.
yeah, like what do you
Yeah,
bring
if
to
I
a
was trying to
team?
join Team Bach,
Yeah, dude.
I think, well, number one, I think I'm really good. I think like you could put me on an LTA team, any LTA team for the most part, and like we wouldn't do worse. Like I would do the same, if not better, than a lot of these LTA mid laners. But again, it's kind of just like, I know that about myself. Other people might not feel that about me. It's my job to make them kind of open their eyes. I think I'm just number one really good. Kind of outside of the game, I'm always watching like all the major pro regions, looking at draft. I read every single patch notes, like down to the minute things. Like you can ask me what happened with Caitlyn's ultimate back in 4 patches ago. I'll tell you like the AD ratio decreased and its cooldown went up 15 seconds. So I'm so invested in League. I like to know all the minutia, just having all these factors in my brain so I can make the most optimal decision at all times. Sometimes that leads to me inting, but my kind of philosophy with League is I'd rather int and then kind of reel it back than be a little scaredy cat and you have to try to teach the scaredy cat how to be a tiger. But I'm already a tiger. You just gotta teach me how to chill out sometimes.
I know. Like that's my jungler for my European team right there. Really good fucking player, but like he's a Sigma boy. He's always in there trying to make it happen.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes he needs to chill the fuck out. But no, I mean, yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing. I wish more players had like that hunger, that fire. I feel like, sorry, I'm not going to say they don't, but I am going to say I know a lot of players who get up to that level and then like they're satisfied and then they just stop putting in that effort, and that really saddens me. Why would you not would you not do the same thing, do you think? Or like do you think you would keep on keeping on?
I think for a lot of players, their dream would be to like play academy, or back then it would be LCS, but now like make LTA. But when I was watching that TSM Snapdragon versus CLG video, I was like, I want to win worlds. So I don't think I'll be satisfied up until that point. And even then, like you hear stories of people who win worlds and they're like, I want to get another one. Like look at Faker, like he's been at it for a while. The 5 rings.
It's like they want to be the best striker in Blue Lock. You want to be the best striker in the world.
My gosh, you understand me, Bob. You understand me. I want to score with my own goal. I want to be the best mid laner in the world. This academy stuff means nothing. I remember. Let me tell an anecdote real quick. Fear 2023. We're bootcamping in Ohio. We're in the winners finals versus Disguise Gaming.
Yeah.
We're up 2-0. We're about to, if we win this game, we're about to make it out to LA. We just need one more game. But I look over to the left. I see Perry and Philip. They're getting a little nervous. Like I look over to the right. Manu's getting a little nervous. JJ, he's chilling. Like he's done this before. And I'm just like, guys, this academy game means nothing on our road to winning worlds. Like this is just a stepping stone in our journey. So why would you feel nervous? Like you can feel nervous when we're on the world stage in Korea, China, Europe, wherever it's held, and we're playing against T1. Then I will allow you to feel nervous. But right now, like it's just Disguise. And it would be really cool if the story ended with us like going to LA and my speech motivated everyone, but we got reverse swept. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the speech caused that, but yeah, I'm trying to win worlds. I'm not satisfied until then. And even then, I don't know if I'll be satisfied. So
I was talking to and Draxer, right? Like
yeah.
I was talking to him, and his opinion of players is the only players who are realistically going to make it are the players who like literally want to be the best. Like not like good, not just get LTA, but like be the best in the world. And I mean, I'm not saying like that's going to mean you're going to make it, but at least according to his philosophy, you're on the right.
Draxer theory.
Draxler theory, Church of Draxler.
Yeah. One thing Draxler told me back in the day that I guess it kind of woke me up a little bit was you can't just be better than whoever you're trying to replace. Because LTA teams, there's a limited slot or limited slots, like limited number of teams. There can only be so many mid laners in the league at once. You can't just be better than if you're trying to replace Jensen, or if you're trying to replace Palafox, or if you're trying to replace Jojo Pion. You have to be better than everyone else who's also trying to replace them. You can't just tunnel in on this the one guy. You got to look around you. You have competition everywhere. You have to be the best without a doubt out of everyone in order to realistically make it to that tier 1 spot. And I didn't really think of it like that before. So yeah, shout out Draxler.
Yeah, shout outs. I had another question in here that was like, because you've been on a lot of teams before, you've probably worked with like a lot of coaches, I'd assume.
Like, a decent amount, yeah.
A decent amount.
A fair few.
I think my question was something along the lines of, what was like the piece, like the feedback, the advice, the information that you've been given from one of these coaches that stuck with you the longest, or that's maybe helped you the most?
Let me ponder on that for a second.
Yeah, ponder. Get the orbs out.
I think a lot of what I've learned from coaches is kind of game specific, like macro wise, or just like how to conduct yourself in a team environment. But the number one thing I've taken away, and I don't know if it's one coach specifically or just kind of gathered through all the numerous coaches, the fair few, but yeah, number one thing I'd say is like, don't be afraid to ask questions, but also don't only just ask questions. So you can't, like, don't be a sheep, but sometimes you got to step up and be a follower as well. Or be a leader, sorry. Don't be a sheep, but sometimes you got to step up and be a leader. Because at the start of my pro career, I guess you could call it, I was like super new. I would always ask what to do. I was kind of a little bit lost on the map at sometimes. So I was just like, hey, should I go here? Hey, should I do this? Hey, like, what should I do? And that's a really good mindset to have at the start. But eventually, you know, like the birds got to leave the nest. Like you gotta sprout your own wings.
Yeah.
And I think I was in the nest for a little too bit, and I kind of became a bit too much of a follower and a little bit less of a leader in that aspect.
Yeah.
But yeah, this past year and like even currently, I've been stepping up a bit, you know, sprouting my wings, kind of showing how to fly to all the baby birds that I'm near. So yeah.
And I mean, I think that's a good thing for a lot of people, and I wish I have a problem. Okay, like hold on, I'm gonna use this as an excuse. I have a problem. I fucking hate esports because I hate esports players and I hate coaches, but I hate them for different reasons.
Okay.
I hate some coaches because they refuse to admit that they might be wrong about something sometimes.
Yes.
And they'll just be blatantly wrong. And like, it's the most annoying shit ever. And then I'll hate fucking players because they won't, for the same reason, they'll never admit they are wrong because they feel like it's like, if I admit I'm wrong, now I'm less of a player, or I'm like less of a person.
My job's at risk. Yeah.
But it's never not like, it's taken me a couple of years to get to this point, but I've come to like really respect and like think that the smartest people are the ones that can admit that they have more to learn. And it doesn't mean you have to be a sheep and like always be like, oh, please do this for me, or what can I do, or be like a helpless bird, but like be like, I have this idea, here's why I think about this. But if you come to me and tell me something, I'm going to be open to hearing it. And that's like the what I try to have on every team I'm on as a coach. I feel like it's super valuable. I tell them day one, it's like, dude, you can disagree with me. You can't just tell me like, oh, Bog, I don't like this because I feel like it's better. Like, I'm like, shut the fuck up. But like, if you're like, hey, Bach, I actually think this is good because this and this, I'll listen to you, because that's like such a valuable thing for any player who I think wants to play at a higher level. And it's great that you got there through a bunch of other ways. But yeah, I mean, bro, like, I have shit to learn. You have shit to learn. We're all on the way up, right?
Exactly.
That's so beautiful.
We're all gonna make it.
That's so beautiful. Maybe. Yeah, my goal, dude, because I am pushing 30. I want to have kids before I turn fucking 40. I can't be coaching LCS, having a family and shit, bro. So I gotta make it in the next like 5 years. We'll see.
Gotta lock in, yeah.
I've been locking in, bro. I woke up at 8 a.m. this morning to coach EU for a 5 block, and then fucking worked on editing videos all afternoon, bro. I'm fucking here. Then here I am with you at midnight because you fucking woke up at like 6 p.m.
Maybe I need to lock in.
Maybe you,
a little more.
No, it's chill. Okay, but like genuinely, I know you watch every single one of my videos, like, comment, subscribe, ringing the
I
bell,
do.
super combo.
I
So
do. I
I
do.
nah,
Admittedly.
for sure, 100%. Yeah, yeah. I talk a lot about like building habits in and outside of the game to like obviously if you want to get better, you have to play the fucking game, but you can't just only spam the game all day. Like what type of
Exactly.
shit do you do when you're not playing League to help yourself stay like centered and focused and like not go insane?
I'm really glad you mentioned that. I think this is really important for anyone who's just trying to improve at anything, really. But back in the day, like season 8, season 9, I was a mindless solo queue spammer. Like probably even up until season 13. It's crazy we're in season 15 already, but
It's
I would
crazy.
spam solo queue mindlessly. I would just be on autopilot, have have my Japanese hyperpop blasting, my Turkish shoegaze, whatever you want to have, whatever you want to call it. I would just have it max volume on Spotify, and I would just be playing the most random champions, not thinking. I would be playing Vigar at 3 a.m., 1,200 AP, and I would be role playing in all chat, just super unfocused, just having a jolly old time, which is chill if you're like just trying to enjoy. But if
Yeah.
you're trying to be serious about improvement, you have to go into solo queue like with dedicated goals. You have to focus on those goals only. Don't really care about LP as much. Just if you can improve up to the standard of a 2,000 LP player over time, you will win enough games to get 2,000 LP, rather than being like a 1,000 LP player or 500 LP. I forgot what LP I said. But rather than being like a worse player that gets a lucky win streak, you can become someone who like guarantees those wins over and over. Back to Blue Lock, I swear this anime has some
Hmm.
crazy parallels with any kind of competition. You got to put yourself in the spot to where luck can shine on you favorably.
Exactly, dude. There's skill to luck, right? You got to be in
There
the
is
right place
skill
at the
to
right
luck,
time.
right
Yeah.
place, right time, and you can harness that. You can cultivate that. But
Yeah.
yeah, what I do outside of just mindlessly playing solo queue, like when I'm in the shower, I'll be thinking about like what picks I think are good, or I'll be on my phone for a little bit watching pro games. Like at my computer when I'm eating, I'll just be watching like LCK, LEC, LPL, just trying to like understand like their macro movements, why they pick certain champions. I pay a lot of attention to like the mid laners, especially in team fights.
Sure.
Like, okay, how would I play out this team fight? And sometimes they do something I didn't see. I think another thing that's really helpful for that is like watching POV VODs, which is something I wish I did back in the day as well. Only like past couple of years I've really started. Just seeing a fresh take on the champion and kind of exiting your own echo chamber is so beneficial. Like I watch Nemesis play Syndra. He does like EQ, guaranteed the splinter stack. He gets the mana refund. Now they're slowed. Hits them with the W. Like there's just layers to it. So many layers that again, like going back to you don't know what you don't know. And
Yeah.
getting all this outside perspective is really imperative, I feel.
Okay. I mean, I like that. I like that. Like stuff outside of the game but still involving the game. Like when
Yeah.
I go to the gym, I literally listen to like League of Legends shit when I'm at the fucking
Nice.
gym, dude. When I'm cooking, I
Nice.
put my phone up on the thing and I start,
Uh-huh.
watching League content. So,
Yeah.
dude, if you want it, you got to like live and breathe that
Yeah.
shit. But like do you like take breaks to do other like hobbies that aren't just League, or are you kind of just always
I
locked
used
in?
to not. I used to not. But I
Yeah.
feel like the rest period is just as important as when you're grinding it.
So
Like
true.
yeah. Maybe I picked that up from you. Um but yeah, like I think around this time last year, I got really into the One Piece card game, and
Okay.
it's been a nice hobby to spend a couple hours here and there, like throughout the week, just not thinking exclusively about League, but just like letting my brain kind of detox it.
Mm.
And another like I'm no like LS simp or anything, but he feels like having high level of mastery and experience at whatever game, whether it be like StarCraft is what he preaches, but just game theory in general can apply to like any kind of game. So I've learned some things about League like through
Yep.
through the One Piece card game inadvertently, or like in the card game. Sometimes you got to make a decision like, okay, am I gonna go for game now or am I gonna like wait one more turn?
Sure.
Whereas in League, you can kind of think like, okay, like I could recall here, or I could stay. It's kind of like a weird analogy, but from the card game, I'm kind of viewing all these possibilities in real time a little bit better, and it helps me pick out whatever the best scenario may be. So I go down that route.
No, like you're 100% like on the money there. I do like the same thing, but for like a whole bunch of different games, like positioning and shit, and like when you're taking like there's a concept called like semicircle or convex or whatever you want to call it. Like you're familiar with this in like league team fighting,
like the phalanx structure.
Sure, whatever like that, but like like it's the same shit like from if you ever play like BRs, like team BRs and shit. Like you always like fucking you like you fan out, you hold high ground, you hold position, and then you don't fucking stack. Like it's shit like Rocket League, like rotations and fucking timings and shit. Like like all these games, like I always try and tie it back to League of Legends and shit.
You can tie it to everything. Everything's connected if you look hard enough.
Oh man, dude, the lines, the numbers, Mason.
Yeah, what do they mean?
What do the numbers mean? All right, I got 2 questions I want to ask for sure here.
Yeah.
So it's big 2025. It's popular to hate on League of Legends. Do you hate League of Legends?
No.
What do you say to people who hate League of Legends?
I was gonna make like a little joke, say like sometimes I hate it, but I really don't. What do I say to people who hate League? Yeah. I think it's understandable. The community is quite toxic at times. Riot makes some questionable decisions as well, but you know, what I would say to them is just go watch Block's latest video. You know, like how to fall in love with League of Legends.
Wow.
Like why you hate it. I think you were spitting like some proper facts in that video. Just people don't know what they want out of League. If you want to just chill out with like 2 friends and have a jolly old show, maybe League isn't the time, or maybe sometimes it is the time, but not on that day.
Yeah, man.
But if you want to climb up the ranks, I think League is great. If you want to play in a 5-stack, go A-round with your boys, I think League is great. It's just what you want out of it, and I feel like people are oftentimes misguided, or they just don't know what they want out of League, and then they get frustrated with the experience they get.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's it. And that's something I struggle with because a lot of people are like, League's dying. I don't want the game to die. I like the game. And if more people don't start playing the game, it will fucking die. That's just how it works, you know?
Yeah.
So like when people are saying like, oh, I tell my friends like, dude, I was just watching Perry stream earlier today. This guy coaches League for a living. And somebody in his chat was like, hey, I'm new. What champion should I play? And he's like, just quit the game. I was like, no, yo, bro, that's our future, bro. Come on, man.
No.
Why would you do this? That's your goat, by the way. Like,
that is my goat. I'm gonna have a word with him.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Okay. So like, you have that young player. Like let's pretend there's like two potential scenarios here. You choose one. You get like for some reason you have a younger brother now who's 10 years younger than you, and he wants to start playing the game. Or you yourself have to go back from scratch and learn how to play League again. Like, what would you do differently? Or like, how would you teach that new player? Like, you choose whatever one sounds more interesting to you.
Let me think. Let me ponder again.
Ponder it out. Yeah.
I'll go with like if I forgot everything about League and I had to just start from scratch.
Yeah.
I think, and you kind of talked about this, where if a player tells you like, oh, I don't know, I just feel like this. You know, it's kind of like, come on, bro, like let's be real. But I was that player for so long, and I think the best players can really articulate their thoughts and why they feel a certain way because they understand at like a fundamental level. Like, oh, I don't like this matchup because at level 3, 4, 5, this will happen, and then for the next few minutes it'll go like this, and then get to the mid game and like yada yada yada. But for the longest time, I was really instinctual. And I thought that was a good thing. I was like, yeah, I have this killer instinct, you know. Like,
ooh,
I can see the crazy plays, but I didn't really understand like why it was good, and sometimes it wasn't good. You know, like I would tell my coach, yo, I can flash in here and get a double kill, but it's like, okay, but you're flashing in for the 1 HP Sona and the 1 HP Ivern, who are not contributing to this team fight. And then I'm like, yo, wait, he's kind of onto something here. So. Yeah,
kills are good, dude. What do you mean?
Yeah, kills are yummy. They give me nice dopamine.
They do.
But yeah, I think if I had to start over from scratch, really just honing in on the fundamentals and building that solid foundation so I can cleanly and smoothly progress up to the apex tier, but have a solid foundation that can't shake me. So when people challenge me on my ideas, I can hear them out, but I won't get mind controlled and just instantly default to trusting them, which is something I feel like I struggled with in the past.
Right. And this is a bit of a loaded question then, but like let's say that you could right now, there's like a movie where they do this, where like the person in the future like writes instructions to their past self or whatever. If you could build a training module or whatever, like here's what you're going to do, Shochi. You're going to play fucking chase. You're going to play fucking this many games a day. You're going to watch this many VODs. You're going to play these champions. You're going to do this. This is how you're going to approach the game. How long do you think it would take you to go from like a new player to like masters or challenger or whatever?
Masters?
Yeah.
Okay, is this Chase/Shochi who still played other games, or is this like my first video game ever?
You get like mentally brain wiped like tomorrow. And then so you are now, but you forgot everything about League of Legends. You still have all your other experiences.
Okay.
Maybe this is a little bit too tough of a question. Like I'm like, would it take a couple of years? Do you think you could do it in like? Okay.
No, I could get challenger on the North American server in 1 year, guaranteed. If I had the training module sent back to me, yes, I for sure think I can. Like you see players like Winsome. I think he got challenger in like 1 year, and next year he's playing LCS. So it is doable. You just have to have like discipline and the training module sent back from the future.
There you go. Okay. What you're saying is it's not your teammates that are keeping you stuck in lower elo. That's what you're maybe saying.
Sometimes you cannot win every game. You cannot win every game. Just get that through your head. You cannot have 100% win rate forever. But you can always find something wrong with your own gameplay. And you can always find something wrong with your teammates' gameplay too.
That's true.
That's not important. They don't matter to you and your road to challenger.
That's true. That's true. All right. Okay. Sorry. I keep saying last one, but like this one's like.
I'm so happy. Yeah.
If you weren't on the goal to becoming a professional League player, what do you think you'd be doing right now? And you cannot say McDonald's.
I don't know, man. Maybe grinding out some LEET code questions, getting ready for my software development interview.
All right.
Because I did a semester of college, but it was during like COVID, and I wasn't really feeling it. So took like you said, like a couple years off, maybe a few too many outside of school. But
you're chilling.
Yeah, I was really into computer science. You look around now, and that's like people say the job market's cooked, but I think once I go back and like really hone in on my major, like I say once I go back, but I'm starting classes like right now. I feel like I would be enjoying computer science. It's the major I'm most interested in. So yeah, maybe grinding out some LEET code, maybe coding a League of Legends SoloQ win rate predictor based on your teammates and how losers queue they are. Trying to systematically prove if losers queue exists or not. Maybe doing some thesis papers on that.
I already did a YouTube video on losers queue actually, so you just have to watch my video if you want to know. Yeah, no, there you go.
The MMR and when the split resets, you remember
and the slingshot theory and elasticity. Yes, exactly. Yes. Very good.
Indubitably.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, dude, we're shooting the shit. I mean, I'm tired. It's midnight, so I'm kind of like
my fault.
My fault, OG. That's on me, big dog. So I guess like give some shout outs, dude. Like what you make content, right?
Yeah, I'm starting up the YouTube channel, trying to get some frequent uploads. I don't know if I can promise daily, but the stream's going back up as soon as I finish this interview. Working on daily uploads on YouTube. YouTube is Shochi with an X instead of an O. Twitter, Twitch is LOL Shochi, and TikTok is one Shochi. I wish I had the Shochi handle across all platforms, but I might need to get on Bach popularity before I can request the CEOs to change my handle for me.
Awesome. And where are you going to be playing this split if players want to watch you play and maybe learn themselves from your POV,
What am I going to be playing or where?
Yeah, what team are you on?
It's kind of complicated. I think Riot's about to release a rule that I may not be able to play on the qualifier team Dr. Respawn, but you should see me. I'm on the Ole Miss roster. We'll see if I can get the main spot over the other mid laner. But yeah, we're gonna be competing in the NACL. Catch us on the NACL stream. always appreciate whatever support comes my way.
Yeah, I think they just did a CLO power ranking. Ole Miss, they ranked number 2. How do you feel about that?
I think it's understandable. Maryville has always been a strong team. They were number 1, right, Maryville?
Yeah, and then St.
Yeah,
Thomas, number 3.
All right, that makes sense. I feel like Maryville has always been strong. You know, they have the results to back it up as well. But all I'm gonna say, if I get the starter spot, maybe we move up to number 1 in the power rankings. Who knows?
Maybe. Oh, you think you beat Toasty Alex 1v1?
Ask Toasty Alex, he'll have a different answer. But
Yeah.
He likes to remember the good moments he has against me, and he forgets all the bad ones. But yeah, I'll beat Toasty Alex 1v1. He's a little bro to me.
Yeah, he's a good kid though. He's a good dude.
He is. Good dude.
All right, man. Well, thank you for your time. All your shit's going to be linked.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's freaking go.
Yeah. If anybody wants to watch Shochi or follow him, his shit's going to be linked in the comments. So, all right. I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Peace.
Thank you.